House Farm. Things are going just great in the garden. Overall, the container garden is just doing awesome. And my three sisters' garden that we're trying this year is going great. I showed you some pictures of that in the montage. And the main garden behind me, you can see that, is really going well. The straw down just makes my life so much easier with weeding and watering. And I mean, everything's really doing well. The only thing I planted this year that just were some eggplant plants that I bought at the store. So I don't know if maybe they weren't well taken care of at, Walmart where I bought them, or if something crazy happened when I transplanted them, that they're still alive, but they aren't really growing. So not too worried about that. Everything else is doing great. And today we need to harvest our garlic. Typically I grow garlic over there in my main garden. But this year I just wanted to try for fun planting it in these cloth bags. And they're starting to look like they're ready. You can see the ends are dying away. We're getting ready also for what looks like it's going to be about 5 days of rain. I don't want them to rot, especially since they're already starting to die back. So we're going to go ahead and harvest them today. Gathered some helpers. You're okay. We're going to pull these up, ladies. Watch this. You ready? You're going to get down close to the bottom and you're just going to pull up.
Can I do that?
Ta-da! You try. Woo! Good job. Ready? Pull right here.
Mommy, I did it. Mom.
Hang on. Nope. Right here, JJ. Pull this. There you go. Yay!
Mama, look at this.
Whoa. Overall, it actually did pretty well. So these are small. These are spring planted garlic. I planted them in March, I believe. So this is end of June. We don't expect a giant garlic bulb from a spring planted garlic. So these look pretty healthy. The question is whether or not they actually cloved. So we're gonna kind of see. Let's see, I had one that broke when I pulled it out. And we're gonna see if we can find it here. Here it is. We're gonna cut this guy open. We're gonna see if it actually formed cloves or if it's just one giant bulb. So you can see that it clearly did not clove. It smells super duper garlicky though. The two things that affect cloving are the weather, the temperature. It needs to get cold at night for garlic to clove. It needs to have plenty of days of cold nights, not freezing temperatures. We're talking somewhere around 40 degrees. We had plenty of those this spring. We even had a late frost. So the second reason has to do with watering and drainage, and I'm wondering if that was the problem using those bags. I'm wondering if they actually retained so much moisture that the garlic did not clove. That's my best guess. So size-wise, the bags worked really great for growing garlic. This is the size that I would expect from a spring planting. However, the lack of drainage probably prevented the garlics from cloving. I can still use these. These will be great for cooking. They're just garlic. Taste the same. There's nothing wrong with them. The difference has to do with storage. Normally I would braid the garlic and hang it on these hooks behind me and it would last until next year. But because it didn't clove, I'm thinking we're not going to get nearly as long storage from it. Now I didn't grow that much this year. We're going to go through it pretty fast, but I'm actually probably going to dice it up and freeze it diced and just use it like that, instead of taking the chance that because it didn't clove that it all rots on me really, really fast. All right, turn around.
Okay.
All right. So first we need to wash our garlic. Take those onions out. We'll do those later. First, we're gonna wash the garlic, right, Nanny?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna show you how to mince it and freeze it in easy to use little kind of teaspoon pockets. You'll see. Okay.
I know how to. I want to cut it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Like this, little pieces.
Okay.
No, flip it side down.
Okay.
Okay, ready? There you go.
I want to try.
Okay, so what we're doing is we are cutting off the stalk and we're gonna freeze these in small little pieces. The dying leaves I'm just gonna throw in my compost pile. Just them. Okay. Then we're cutting off the root. That also goes in the compost. Peeling off the outer layer of the skin here of the garlic. Okay, and then I'm taking my tiny little single clove, cutting it in half. I have this neat four-sided grater, and I am just shredding the clove down, so it's kind of like a minced garlic. This is purely just to save me time. You could use a garlic crusher too if you wanted to. Probably give you a finer product. I don't really care. So this is just faster. And then this helps me not cut my fingers off while doing it. And we just go back and forth.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Again, this is a very small batch. We only had probably, I don't know, 15 heads of garlic. But this is just to show you how to do this. So we have diced up the stalks and just put them on this side. We'll freeze them like that and then throw them in a Ziploc baggie. And then on this side I put down a small piece of parchment paper. And we are going to just put dollops of the minced garlic on there, separated. So then we can pop them off the parchment paper in their little piles after they're frozen and stick those in a Ziploc bag. It'll like...
Can you put them in
You
now?
put it in a little pile. Now you try. A little scoop. Not too big. There you go. Good job.
To the freezer.
Okay, let's do it. Let's put them in the freezer.
Okay.
So we have our little frozen piles and our frozen chopped up sections. These aren't frozen absolutely solid, but they're mostly frozen, so you can pop them off and put them in the baggies. If you've been around this channel a while, you know that I love these reusable silicone baggies. They freeze so well, they wash really easily, save me tons of money on Ziplocs. So highly recommend these. I'll put the link below. They really have just done great for me. And we pre-freeze on the sheets because it eliminates the problem of these sticking together in one big clump in the baggie. They're already frozen. So when I need them for cooking, they'll still come out as individual little garlic balls or whatever you want to call them. So there's one. And if you wanted to label these, it's pretty easy to see what's in here. But if you wanted to label them, you could use a dry erase marker and then it would come off when you wash it. Okay. for these. See, comes as a clump, and I'm just going to put the clump in the bag. That's it. This is a great way to preserve garlic when you have some that didn't clove, so that you can't just hang them, which is my preferred method. And now it's just ready to go in the freezer in pre-portioned packages, and it'll be super easy to grab what I need. I also highly recommend freezing your onion tops. We did that earlier this year with some volunteer onions that sprouted in the garden. And I just have a ton, and I use them just like I would use an onion in a recipe. I just throw them in there already pre-chopped. Super easy, adds a nice flavor. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.